Hello and welcome to Overanalyze. My name is Levi and today I'll be covering District 21 4A. Teams in this district, we have Houston Fur, Houston Kashmir, North Forest, Scarborough, Washington, Wheatley, Worthing, and Yates, all of them Houston schools. And Harmony School Advancement. Again, all Houston schools. Movement in this district says Mickey Leland College Prep Academy. They didn't have any games uploaded this past year, but now they're not in the alignment at all. So, well, not for girls. They on the official alignment page it says boys only. But coming in is Houston Harmony School of Advancement. They were not in the last alignment, at least not to my knowledge. As per usual, I will just kind of not factor them into anything here because I have literally nothing to base it off of. Other than that, it's old District 23. They've rebranded. It's District 21 now. Location of this district, if you couldn't get it from the names, we are in Houston. I'm not very fluent on the areas of Houston, but we're in Houston. Let's see, we are, in Houston. Getting into it, we have Washington got first, lost an area to Little Cypress Mauriceville after beating Belleville by 15. They lost an area by 1 point, 56-55. After that, I think they could have beaten Hargrave, maybe. They were pretty close to the regional tournament. At least I think they would have had a decent shot at Hargrave. They went 13-1 in district. Their only close game was their loss, which was against Kashmir. This is, as we'll see later, Kashmir in the first series, in the first kind of go through, playing all these teams, which was a really good team. They lost by 2. Worthing, I believe, lost by like 18-17 or something like that. Where did they go? Yeah, they lost by 13. Yeah, 13 and 18. So, not necessarily like super close, but those were definitely closest. I think they beat Kashmir like by a lot after that. They have 12 players uploaded roster and 6 seniors, so a little bit too much, a little bit more change than probably they were hoping for, but 6 seniors is a little bit more than usual. But it is not too bad, especially whenever we see some of the other continuities of the other teams in this district, as we'll get to. Next we have Worthing. Worthing got second, lost an area to Silsbee in that game. That game I detailed a couple days ago. They beat Sealy and by district by 3 before losing by 30 in the second round, despite scoring 17% more points. Or despite their 17% increase in scoring production, however you want to phrase that, they scored plenty more points, and they had a margin of negative 33 from game to game, which just tells you again how many points Silsbee like to score. And Worthing, they went 11-3 in district. They lost by 13 and 18 to Washington. They beat Yates by 2 and 7, so pretty close there. They split with Kashmir. They have 7 players, uploaded roster and 3 seniors. Kashmir, that again, they lost in that first series against Kashmir. Again, we'll cover that. They have 7 players, uploaded roster and 3 seniors. Next we have Yates, got 3rd, lost in by district to Navasota. Says they went 5 and 6. That means they're missing 3 games. They're missing a Fur game, a Scarborough game, and a Kashmir game. Fur and Scarborough, they got 7th and 8th respectively. I would assume they won both of those, and then they got 3rd, which means they had to have finished at least with the same record as Kashmir, who I think got 8 and 6. So if they swept Kashmir, it all kind of makes sense. They beat Kashmir the first time. They were swept by Wheatley by like 4 and something else. They have 8 players uploaded to roster and 1 senior. Next we have Kashmir, got 4th. Lost in by district to Royal. Hold on, I want to pull this up. Hold on, where? Hold on, sorry, where? I'm trying to get this in here. Okay, yeah, so Kashmir, it says they went 7-4. So again, missing 3 games, but they have to get to 6 losses because they have to at least have the same record as Yates because they finished below Yates. They split with Washington and Worthing. They won their first 6 games, including Washington and Worthing. Then they lost to Yates. Then, again, I go by the Max Preps schedule, and they don't have that first score in there. And they lost to North Forest, and then they lost to Washington. They lost to Worthing after that, and then again, I would assume they lost to Yates as well after that. So, I mean, they are missing a Scarborough game, but I honestly, I just can't see them losing to Scarborough this year. I mean, they won the first game 73-4. That being said, they beat Fur by 50, but I just think it was a particularly odd stretch there. That they lost to Yates. They lost to Washington by 80 or 77, that is, after they beat them by 2. So I just think something was not totally as it should have been there. Again, not even long after that, they lost to Worthing by 17. So it's like it was something was not the same as the first 6 games or so. So maybe they did lose to Fur. I guess that would put them at 8-6. That would have them tie with Yates, except Yates would have the tiebreaker. So I guess maybe that makes the most sense. Again, I'm just reading the schedule. Something must have happened there. Anyways, they have 14 players uploaded to roster and 5 seniors. So Wheatley got 5th. They went 7-7. They swept Yates. Lost to Kashmir. They have 14 players uploaded to roster and 3 seniors. Let's see. Final predictions time. I have Washington at 13-1, Worthing at 10-2, Yates at 11-3, Kashmir at 7-7, Wheatley at 6-8, North Forest at 5-9, Fur at 2-12, and Scarborough at 0-14. Split between Worthing and Washington, Washington and Yates, Kashmir and Wheatley, Wheatley and North Forest. Pretty much the same, although I think a little bit more, some more splits, a little bit closer together than this past year. Probably, and also a little bit more defined than last year. I could definitely see Kashmir taking a couple of games from the top 3. I just don't know all what happened. Yeah, that's all I have for District 21 4A. Tomorrow's going to be District 21 4A. Tomorrow's going to be District 22. We're going to have, let's see, who do we have? District 22, it's like a completely new, it looks like it's a completely new district. So that's fun. It's going to be fun to deconstruct all of that. I'm probably missing something, but I think a lot of schools are just kind of taken from other classifications and stuff. Those are always the weirdest districts and the most fun districts. That'll be tomorrow. Make sure you go watch that video. And as always, until next time, thanks for watching.